Wow. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? Um, yeah, the stream just started. Now my dog is barking. What's going on, Coffee? What's going on? What's going on, huh? But yeah, there's no start screen, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start. But I need to set some stuff up. I need to actually I should probably get something that does my notification in Discord automatically, shouldn't I? Like that's probably a smart idea to do. That you know this single celled Cappy doesn't quite understand. It's like I just need to do something like that, right? Right? That would probably help. But yeah, what is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a great week. I know it's Tuesday. It's not the usual day that I should stream on because, like, well, okay, I do stream on Tuesday. It's just that it's usually the quiet day and stuff like that. But that might be good because we got a lot to catch up on in terms of art. But again, let me get through my notification stuff because the unfortunate part is I don't have as many monitors here as I would normally have, and other things. I do have my tablet up and running, so that's good. And we're gonna go ahead and try to do as much as this neon fan arting today. Things are held together with that's my message. There we go. We're fan arting today. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well as of late. I know I've been missing in action since the dawn of time. That's just kind of what happened. I had a very busy last week because work work called and they were like, yo, you need to help us out. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, sure, let me do that. Let me help you out. Forget the fact that I need to do stuff in my off time, right? Pig, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Hello to you too. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, I'm just kind of going over some stuff. I know that it's been rough because I haven't been here. I haven't been active and stuff like that. And again, it mostly due to the fact that like I just had a lot going on last week in terms of my my regular job and stuff like that, right? So, like I had to take care of all of that. And then well, actually, that was the thing that I had to do last week. Towards the end of the week, I did plan on streaming the entire week to get myself back in the game, as it were. But like it just kind of didn't happen, and I feel really bad about that. Like sometimes that does happen. Like my real life really gets in the way of my streaming life, doesn't it? But like. It's okay. Again, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And, for me, the streaming game is much more of a hobby than my main way of providing for my family and stuff like that, right? So it's okay for me, but I totally get it for all of you who do it on a much more, necessary basis, I should say. Necessary might be the word here. But yeah, it's like, and then a lot of stuff happened during the week. Like freaking I didn't realize San Diego Comic-Con was this weekend, and I heard a lot of awesome news from that. And then on top of San Diego Comic-Con being during the week, right? Like I mean the weekend, right? What happened? They had Wonderfest, right? So for those that don't know what that is, in Japan, they have like a figures show called Wonderfest that happens like every year and stuff like that. And the summer one was happening at the same time, so there was a lot of crazy news coming out of that for a lot of different figures and stuff like that. Figures of the big lizard type, as it were. I know we talked a lot about Godzilla last week and stuff like that, right? But there was a lot of new figure news on that front and stuff like that, and that was really cool to see. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening, and then there, the Marvel Tokon beta was going on all weekend. I only got to play it a little bit, just a little bit. I didn't really spend any real time on it. My days of playing fighting games, it's not over, but trying to get good at a fighting game, probably not my my top priority these days, right? Because I gotta art so much and stuff like that, right? Fortunately, didn't get to play the Tokon beta. I was busy with work, and then hopefully you're feeling better now, right? Like, I was sick for a while too there, so I feel you. But yeah, the Tokon beta, unless you had a PlayStation, I mean, there were ways to get around it on PC. It's not like it was impossible. Still sick at the moment, but it should be gone soon. Okay. As long as you're getting better, that's good news, right? But yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Marvel Tokon beta. So Marvel Tokon, what the hell is that, right? Fighting game. It's a fighting game by Arc System Works, the people who do Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Fighters and stuff like that. They're making a fighting game, for a Marvel fighting game. If you somehow don't know, well, the beta itself, the PC version actually was really bad. The experience on the PC version, it was so unfortunate. The PC version, for people who had for me, hori sticks and stuff like that, right? Just could not get the damn thing to work. It was a struggle. I know there was a way to get it to work, but I just gave up on it. I went to the PlayStation and just downloaded the beta there and played it on PlayStation. It was just not worth the effort to do it, and then to only play it for an hour or two to mess around with some of the characters. It just really was not worth it, the time and effort that was putting into it. So I was just like, man, I'm just gonna do this. So I did end up playing it a little bit, but on the PlayStation as opposed to the Steam version. I usually prefer to play my games on PC. That's not because I have any particular preference when it comes to playing games. It's just that I'm at my PC all the time, right? So it's it's very easy for me to just kind of reach over and be like, okay, I'm playing, right? I turn on Steam and then turn on my games and then that's it, right? But man, that was not fun trying to get that to work. Hey Nomus, what's up? Hello Bard and chat. Yes, Pig, you are chat. You are in fact chat. But yeah, what's going on, Nomus? It's been a minute. I know I haven't been around as of late. Because I've been in Bounty Hunterville this past few, this whole month and stuff like that. So I've been out and about basically. But just letting everybody know the hard updates on what's going on with stuff here. I am planning on finishing this within in this lifetime. I am planning on finishing this artwork. Don't worry, guys. Sometimes art takes time, and in my case, art takes an eternity. Busy with work? Oh, okay, yeah. That's kind of been my thing. I've been working really hard as of late because I'm trying to actually advance my career for once. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because I've never been one to actively be like, okay, I need to do better. but that's why I've been, so distracted from the art thing. And the unfortunate thing is my art is not my career. Like, I will say that this is the most unfortunate thing about all of this, right? The art is not the career. But realistically speaking, until I get to the point where my art can actually support me and Mooney's lives, it's never going to be that, so that's why it's like, I just gotta truck along the way that I'm trucking along and stuff like that, and try my best with what I got, like that's the only thing right now for me. I gotta focus on that thing we call our 9 to 5. Unfortunately, maybe one day though, maybe one day, right? You never know what'll happen, right? Promise not to comment, you know. But you know what though? Speaking of art and business related stuff, so I know that the like I've been tabling at conventions for quite a bit this year. I've been doing more of that as of late and stuff like that, right? And I know that my recent so there was a recent sort of falling out. Like, my next table thing is probably likely. Well, okay, it is definitely not happening. I'm not going to Anki anymore, right? It was a decision that I had to make based on the entire situation in full. Like, there are certain risks that you take as a creator, right? Like, as not as a creator, but rather as a artist alley artist, right? Where you go to certain events that that are not going to be the most profitable, right? But you do them anyway because you want the exposure more than anything. But this one, it seems like I'm just gonna be putting in a whole lot of money to go and basically not see any kind of return whatsoever. It just felt like that was gonna happen. I wish them luck in terms of getting their show together, and hopefully things go well with them, and maybe we'll try again some other day, but not this time, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna have to pass on this one, right? And I was looking forward to attending that show as a artist alley vendor. Like, it was it's not the first big show for us. Well, okay, now that we know they aren't really gonna be a big show, but it wasn't gonna be like a big show for us because we have attended like others like Anime North and stuff like that, right? So it's not like it was gonna be like a huge thing, right? But sometimes you go to the small ones to, again, like you go to the small ones just to get like the experience, and to basically every artist alley that you attend is like a chance to promote yourselves and things like that, right? And promote the things that you do, and the products that you have, and things like that, right? So like, you always kind of think like, oh, this might be an opportunity, right? But I don't think this one's gonna work out for me. And really, if you have to put in like a couple of $1,000s to go to an event, and it's like pretty obvious that the event is just going to be like a huge loss, why do it, right? So I unfortunately can't do that. Like, I can't pay for the lodging, like, and the travel expense. And then also, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that, there's an expense to get your product over there too. Like you have to actually bring the stuff with you, right? So if you're getting on a plane, that could mean buying and checking in extra luggage and things like that, right? So there's a lot of expenses tied to doing these events, right? And then getting excuse me, getting everything printed and getting everything like getting your display done and stuff like that. Like all these come with extra costs, which you have to factor into whether or not that's going to be worth your time when you attend one of these events. And unfortunately for this one, it's like, again, it was a risk to begin with because they were first time event. So like it was always going to be like, okay, is this going to be like good or not? Like, is there going to be a lot of people attending and stuff like that? And unfortunately with this one, it just seemed like more and more that there were a lot of promises made about how the event was going to be, and it was kind of obvious that it was never going to be able to do that, right? But again, like, if they can get it up and going, more power to them, right? Like as a unit and stuff like that. But unfortunately, for some of us, we can't really just go and spend money like that, like and just like just see absolutely no return at all, like not even in terms of the like, not just in terms of like sales, but rather like, there's not even going to be anyone there to like for you to like advertise to and stuff like that with your stuff. So that's kind of what happened with that. But on the other hand, we're still working out the details on this, right? A little bit, but there's going to be a nice small local event for us that we might be able to attend. We just gotta work things out with the promoter, but it's gonna be it's likely gonna be like a cosplay event of some sort, right? Like cosplay and ita cars and things like that, itasha cars, or whatever they're called and stuff like that. It's like an anime style themed event that's promoting that sort of thing that we are probably going to be attending, as long as we like set everything up in terms of like we got our application in, it looks like it was approved, and we just gotta go and do all the the paperwork stuff. And Bear is right. What's up, Marshy? How you doing? What is going on? But yeah, like, so we're gonna likely be at an event later on in the summer. We're gonna have a table at such event. It's going to be a cosplay one, and cosplay and itasha car. I don't like. I've never been in that community, so this is gonna be kind of interesting that it's going to be the Itakar events and stuff like that. Oh, Bear doing bear things. You know what? Bear should do bear things, okay? And, as long as Bear is doing bear things, maybe that will mean that people will become more bear aware at the end of the day, okay? And as you guys all know, we need to be more bear aware in these cases. It doesn't hurt to be bear aware. Lick the bear? No, you shouldn't lick the bear. The bear might not like being licked like that, and you should know to stay very far away. In Japan, supposedly they're having a very big bear epidemic right now, right? Like you gotta walk around with your what did they have, like the like the bells and the bear spray and stuff like that. Hopefully you didn't buy it at like a donkey or something like that for like 100 yen or something like that. You need good bear spray. Don't just buy cheap bear spray, okay? You need to stay away from the bears. Do not try to lick them because they will lick you, but then they will also probably bite you. I'm just doing a PSA for people that are not in the bear community, okay? For capybaras such as myself, I can't approach a bear. Like I can approach a gator, right? Like I can approach a gator, though, especially the caimans. They don't really mind me, but a bear, a bear will probably eat me. But yeah, like what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be at this event. And hopefully it's gonna be a good one. The table costs and the travel fees for us this time will be pretty low. So that's why, like I was mentioning earlier about the event that we're not gonna go to now, right? Like, unfortunately the travel costs there made it so that we needed to like basically gauge whether or not it would be worth it for us to attend after paying for a hotel and paying for other things like shipping product to and stuff like that. And unfortunately, like the answer that we came to was no. It just wasn't gonna happen. Like it's just gonna be a loss for us. Like, and it's not gonna be a small loss. That's the thing, right? So it's like we need to be more careful about where we end up spending our funds when we go to certain events and stuff like that. So we decided to pull out. They are giving us the option to, but we'll see what happens with that because we haven't heard too much news on what's going on with their staff and junk like that. And again, I'm not here to make like a drama video and stuff like that, right? But we'll see what happens, like, because I'm like I think the staff means well with Anki and stuff like that. They are trying hard to get their event up and running. It's just that things just got a little bit out of hand, right? Things just got a little bit out of hand. Sometimes you can't help that, right? So best luck to them. But I think we're gonna try we're gonna try our luck at a more local, smaller event, as it were. And so that's what's gonna happen. So I need to get up off my ass and actually finish some of this artwork that I started. So I started this one for Neon from Nikkei like quite a while ago now, right? And I still haven't finished it because of all the times that I couldn't stream and stuff like that. So I just need to finish this now and then move on to the two others that I started for Nikkei, right? Rappi and Anis. Anis, I gotta reline certain features because I left out some certain details, and Muni made me very aware that I left out some stuff for that. So I've got to get my ass on that, and then get that back to her, and then I can focus completely on doing the summer Rappi one that I did. I might actually change the face a little bit. There's some things I like about the way that I did it, but some things I don't. But we'll see what happens, Everything's kind of a work in progress right now. And then I can get started like finishing the Street Fighter fan art that I started. I started doing a fan art of freaking oh my gosh, what was her name? Jesus. I started the fan art of and I of course I don't have it on my hard drive is not hooked up, so I can't just pull it up, right? But let's see. Of course, I can't freaking remember her name. Ingrid, God. I actually like using Ingrid too, and freaking Can't remember her name off the top of my head for some reason. But yeah, I started doing fan art of Ingrid. You guys saw the sketch of her like a little while ago and stuff like that. I started it before I finished any of these, right? But it was coming out pretty good, so I'm hoping to get back to that pretty soon, and then like get done with that. I'm hoping. Because I have a lot of artwork that I need to finish right now and stuff like that. So, right now with this one, I'm just kind of adding the hard shadows to it first, right? And if I need to add any like very specific details, I'll get to that afterwards. But I really want to finish the lighting situation for this one as quickly as I can, because once I get the lighting situation for this one down, like I feel like the rest will come into like it'll come into like the rest of this in terms of the colors will just kind of like fill themselves in, if that makes sense, right? It's kind of like once you figure out how the lighting situation for your artwork goes, like you just kind of know where to put everything. So that's kind of like how I operate, or at least how I like to operate. It doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. Some people don't do it this way, but I like to figure out the lighting for the character before I do anything. And luckily for this one, I kind of did. It's just that it looks like a mess because of like I gotta like I've got to kind of fix certain things, right? So that's what I'm doing here right now, and hopefully by the end of the stream at least I got all the shading and some of the hard lights in there, and that'll be good. Now the only issue though is that a lot of the line art got separated here, so I gotta find the layers and put them back together, because what I was thinking of originally, right, was that I wanted the hat to be removable. So for whatever reason, I just wanted the hat to be removable, so there would be a version of this with her hat on and a version of it without her hat. And it's like, I don't even know why that was even a thing that I really wanted to do with this, because honestly speaking, it makes no difference. Like, at least in terms of this artwork in particular, there's not really going to be a huge difference whether or not her hat is removable. So I don't know why I really wanted to do that, and it confused the hell out of Mooney when she was laying down the colors initially. So it's like, why did I want that? I don't know why I cared for that so much. But yeah, that's bard arting for you, okay? So you do things that you think are a good idea, and then you just confuse the hell out of the person coloring your art, or like that's okay though, like ultimately we're getting through this. Let's see, how is this gonna go? Okay. Maybe we can do without that little bit over there. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. We'll see what happens. And then on the hair, and a lot of this too is that, like, when Mooney was adding a lot of the flat colors, right, she kind of had to interpret and try to see if she understood what I was going for, and for the most part she actually got it and stuff like that. So I just gotta, like, do some quick. Why is it doing this color now? I feel like that's a different color. Hold on. I should probably set up a palette somewhere. Yeah, that was totally a different color. I feel like I should set up a palette somewhere from now on on my artwork so that I can quickly pick up colors that I need, because I'm always having to undo my layer styles in order to pick up the colors that I need, and it's like it can get a little annoying. It can get a little annoying going back and forth like that. But yeah, sometimes like I understand that I don't make these things easy for Mooney to figure out, because sometimes like when I do certain things in terms of my line art, she may not understand what the heck I'm going for and stuff like that. So like it's always kind of like a miracle in a lot of ways that she actually gets as much as she does with the artwork. But I think that's also Mooney just kind of seeing my artwork a lot and starting to understand where I go for with certain things. So like we shall see. We shall see in the future. But I think what's interesting though is like we'll see in the future as we do more arts like this, and like what she picks up on and what she misses. And now normally though, I will say it's more me missing stuff, because Mooney is actually the one that always tells me, hey Bard, why didn't you draw this? And then I look at the artwork again and I'm like, you know what, you're right, I totally didn't draw that. I totally didn't draw that at all. Whoops. So it's actually mostly the other way around. It's not that that Mooney misses anything. It's more that I miss stuff because I just didn't draw it. Like that's the what did they call it? That's the art pane, the fan art pane of like you can't figure out what the frig is this character's clothing supposed to look like, so you try to do it on your own, and then it takes someone else to tell you something, and then you realize, oh shoot, I totally freaking missed out on this. And that happens with most every artwork that I've done in the last year or two. For the most part, like I will miss stuff, and then Mooney will tell me, why didn't you do that? And then I look at it again and I'm like, you know what, you're right. Okay. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along finally. Okay. And sometimes I'll add a stray line here or two, like up here in the hair, right? Like I'll add like a stray line or two in the hair itself to kind of mimic the fact that there are hair strands in there, and it's not just like a solid piece, right? So I'm trying to I tried to do that with the shading a little bit and stuff like that, so that it can effectively mimic that. I'm probably gonna need another layer here to add some other incidental shadows in there, so that it doesn't look like just one solid piece, right? So it's like, sometimes you don't want to go overboard with that stuff, but then other times you need that a little extra bit in there, just so that everything kind of... Wait, why is this layer not doing the thing that I want it to do? But yeah, you just want that little bit in there, just so that everything kind of starts to look a little bit more like it has a form, it has dimension. It's not just like a two-dimensional thing, which is kind of funny to say about anime art, right? Like anime fan art, because, you know, a lot of times, technically, you do want it to be like fan art, you kind of want that a little bit, right? Because you want that look that anime cells have. But, you know, sometimes it's not always the best thing to have, right? Like, and then sometimes here, like, I got this too dark and maybe too purple, right? Like, so I'm gonna have to tweak the shadow settings a little bit. I do like using purple as a shadow color a lot, because it's like I like having a little bit of color somewhere in the shadows, because shadows aren't just black, right? Like, they're not just gray or black or any kind of singular color. You know, shadows can have color too and stuff like that. So I just don't like having it like this monotone, like, you know, non-colored thing, if that makes kind of sense, sorta. Yeah, see, I'm trying to, again, I'm trying not to just have like a single layer of color in there for the shadows. I want some kind of depth in there, so I'm gonna add a little bit more to it than what I would normally have, like that single shadow, like cell style type of thing happening. Even the glasses actually add a shadow to the face, right? Because the frame of the glasses aren't reflecting the light, so it technically, the glasses should be adding like a little bit of a shadow to her face and stuff like that. So I actually need to represent that a little bit. I mean, you can go without it. Like, you definitely can go without it, and a lot of people won't notice that you don't have it. So it's not like necessary. But in a lot of these like really specific lighting situations, it can happen. So it's like, you know, just gonna add like a little bit there to the rim. Yeah, I don't need that bottom part, because that's just gonna look really weird. Okay, and then just add a little bit more over here somewhere. And again, I'm probably gonna play with the color of the shadow itself, because I picked purple as my color for all these shadows and stuff like that, but maybe it's a little bit too much, maybe, possibly. So I need to probably tinker with that a little bit before I commit to it, right? And then add some over here. I probably have to put some extra detail into this section over here, because there's just nothing here. So I'm just using the shadow layer to do it for me, right? Like, even though I have like an actual layer to do this stuff, so Yeah, I just noticed all this that I didn't put in, so I'm trying to get to it. Whoops. But yeah, this weekend, by the way, guys, like I know that my Marvel Rivals playing days have well, they haven't come to an end. I mean, like or anything like that. But it's like, you know, I know how the community feels about Luna. But damn, that Hot Toys Luna Snow. Um, you know, if I had that much money to blow on something ridiculous for no reason, that would be it. I mean, I like it's like I don't really actively play the game, but then for some reason I have a freaking Luna Snow. And then like I guess they're giving away a skin with it or something like that, and like what? Like what's going on with that? Like I've heard all the cries about the nepotism and things like that, right? So I do get it, but damn. Like they're going in hard with this character. I don't know if it's justified because there's like tons of Marvel characters that are probably like super popular that they could, you know, cash in on as well, but you know, I don't know. Is it something that they're doing because you know, like maybe they think that a very specific market has a lot of money for this? Who knows? Who can say? Maybe that specific market does indeed have a whole lot of money for this, right? Who can say? Okay, let's see. Where am I? Okay, I got the hair part, and then I gotta do the hat part. And the hat, again, the hat looks weird because it looks like it's behind her for whatever reason. But the layers got messed up because I was thinking that the hat would be removable. For whatever reason, that was an idea I had. It's starting to feel like it's probably not the best idea. I probably should not have been trying to make a removable hat gimmick because like what the heck was getting the hat removable gonna do for this artwork? I don't know. I actually don't know what the point of having a removable hat was on this image. I really don't know what I was thinking when I wanted to do it. And now it's just messed up like all my layers in a lot of ways. I gotta figure this out. So yeah. Look, sometimes it's all about the little features, okay? Sometimes it's all about that. Alright? It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else but me, okay? I mean, I've drawn images before where I have a removable stuff before, so it's not like you know, it's not a surprise or anything. What those images were with the removable stuff, I don't know. You guys will have to figure it out at some point. You guys will figure it out at some point. But yeah, like sometimes it's cool to have like variations on certain artworks and stuff like that. I do like the idea, but like again, like what was I gonna get out of having her hat be removable? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And then let's see. So I'm gonna save the gun, all the color for the gun for like maybe like one whole thing of its own. I'm gonna work on that separate from the colors that I'm putting in for neon, because I think the gun is just gonna be its own epic, like freaking, you know, epic 5-part, you know, stupid freaking project of never-ending project. So I'm not in too much of a hurry to get to it. And then actually what I could do is do some of the lighting. So I know I kind of put some of it in there initially when I was putting in some of the colors here, but it's like you can kind of see, like, the more you work on it, the more certain things get lost in some ways. So I think I can do the lighting a little bit. Let's see. Let's put it as a layer that's mostly on top of everything. So and then we could do something like a glow dodge or something like that. I know that a lot of those layer styles, you shouldn't really overuse them and stuff like that, but a lot of times with this extreme contrast between the light and dark side of the image, I do actually like to use a layer style that has a like that strong. Sometimes for me it works, but we shall see. Maybe it's a color dodge. Yeah, let's leave it as a. And then just don't overdo it with this. It's very easy to overdo it with these layer styles, especially like glow dodge and all that stuff. Like, you can really go crazy with it and just accidentally like blow out the entire like layer in terms of the color and stuff like that. So you don't really want to do that. See, you don't need a whole lot of it, so we're probably gonna go around the the whole thing, doing this little by little. Okay. Let me just okay. All right. Yeah, I was just trying to check some of this. And then you just kind of have to zoom out just to see it, because like if you're too zoomed in, sometimes you just really can't see what you're doing. So another thing that I it's another thing that I basically don't take my own advice on, which is like just to zoom out every now and then just to check what the heck I'm doing. Whoops, that's the wrong tool. Oh, that is the wrong tool that I was doing. That was... Oops. Yeah, I had the kneaded eraser on, which was making it have like a very rough edge. And I did not need that. Okay, let me do this. Whoops, why is it not picking up? Okay, let's try something different. Polygon lasso. So I just want the under part of this cape selected. I don't want anything else. So I'm trying... I tried to do that with the magic wand, and it betrayed me. That's a little bit too much. So... now it's a little bit too little. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay, cool. So there's like a tiny bit of rim light on the right side of this, right? Actually, in front of her, I don't. Okay, the explosion's behind her, right? But I did want like a different light that's like in front of her. But then when I went into the game, because Mooney showed me, we went into the game, and oh, she shoots rockets, and there's still the orange fiery color, and I'm like, damn. I was actually hoping like to add a different color on the other side. That's sort of like a not really a contrasting, but like more like a complementary color of some sort, like maybe like a turquoise or something like that. Like, you know, everybody loves turquoise and orange in cinematography and stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, there's nothing like that at all on neon in this. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm gonna have to decide on that. I might actually change the color of the explosion because I don't think it should be so yellow and orange. Like, that just looks like a lot of fire in a lot of ways, but I don't think it would actually be like all over the place like that. I think it would be more reddish on the edges and stuff like that, and like there would be a lot more of it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll start to mess with that in a bit, like, but not right now. We'll see. I gotta think of what would the color on the other side be. I mean, it could just be this again. Like, I could literally just have, you know, the freaking but then just don't think that looks great. It just doesn't look too great, especially because like then it's just blending everything in, like, and I feel like no, that's not gonna be good. It is Neon. What's up, Vagativis? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. And yeah, I've been trying to finish this for a while now. I started it like over a month ago or something like that, and then like lots of shit happened, and then I just kinda got stuck on this artwork, and it's just like never ending. Yeah, what's up? How you doing? Hope all is well. I'll probably have to put a layer on top of that to correct those colors, like specifically. Doing some drawing, shit do happen sometimes. Shit do happen sometimes, you know? But yeah, lots of shit happened this whole week and stuff like that between Comic-Con and what is it, Wonderfest and all the other shows that were happening, like. And then like what was it, like they showed that Avengers Doomsday trailer. I'm quite excited. I'm like one of only like, I don't know how many people are still excited for Marvel crap. I'll just call it what it is. It's just Marvel crap at this point. Like, I do still get excited because I've been watching those freaking movies since forever and stuff like that. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, old habits die hard. I'm still gonna go see this. I'm gonna go see freaking Spider-Man and all that other shit. And, you know, like, it's just one of those things, you know, like sometimes you just can't get away from it. But yeah, what you drawing, if you don't mind me asking? I saw some of the artwork you guys posted in the Discord, by the way. You know, like, I'm glad you guys are being much more what is it? You guys are being much more active than I am. That's for sure. Problem that most new movies are okay before they were always great. Yeah, you know, like before, I feel like they were always like you mentioned, like they always seemed like they were like they had banger after banger. But I guess, you know, like at some point, you know, the good times end at some point, right? You know, that's kind of like, you know, the thing with a lot of the Marvel movies and things like that. You know, at some point it's like, oh, well, but it's okay. I'm hearing from the early people, like the early reviews from people, that it seems like the new Spider-Man is actually pretty good. The Dark Time of Kathleen Kennedy. Is she still on all the Star Wars stuff? By the way, like, is she? I don't think so anymore, right? Like, hey, Gogo, what's up? Hello, what is going on? I've been sent here to bring chaos, but why? Abyssal, why? Why have you been sent here to bring chaos? What is going on? How you guys doing? Hello, Raiders. Yeah. Oh wait, did somebody raid? Holy crap. I'm sorry, I didn't see the raid message. My notifications are not working. Jesus. Let me do the shout out. Let me do the shout out. I need to act like a real streamer for once. As you guys can tell, my setup is kind of messed up. But yeah, what's up, Abyssal? I've been sent here to bring cat. Yeah. Ask Squirrel Eye? Oh, okay, I'll ask. He said you were fun and a good art. Oh, did he? Damn. I mean, like, sometimes I have to question the fun part, but I try to be an artist. But yeah, for those of you who don't know me and are coming in from the raid, hello and welcome. My name is Fiercestbard. I do fan art. I do fan art here on Twitch and stuff like that. I do fan arts. I do other arts, and yeah, I only art. I don't play games or anything like that. I used to, but I had to give up my gaming to level up my arting. Nice stream. Yeah. What are you guys doing? Abyssal. What are you guys doing? I not to shout out the person you want to shout out Swirly. Oh. I thought it. Wait, swear. Oh wow! Holy crap! Holy crap! You see? Okay, you see? I'm a professional streamer here. I clearly know what I'm doing. Clearly, as you guys can see, I clearly know what I'm doing. I gotta wait 45 seconds to shout you out. I'm so sorry, Swirly guys. What were you doing? Oh man. Oh man. But yeah, like to explain, before, in these last few weeks, I had to I basically traveled across the United States from Cappytown to Bounty Hunterville. So I don't have my computer with me. And then it turns out my OBS was not set up on this laptop. It was actually set up to someone else's settings and stuff like that. So when I went to change the settings, I ended up screwing up OBS so bad. I had to uninstall everything and then redo everything everything from scratch. So nothing works. My notifications aren't working. You could kind of see above my head the chat is completely blank on the screen. The only thing that I have is actually my screen, my regular stream. What you call it? My scene in OBS. I don't have anything else. I don't have my start screen. I never had an ending screen or anything like that. I at least had like, you know, redeems that you guys could use, but now I guess you can't really use any of the redeems. Oh, you played Katavari? Oh, nice. Wait, what's Endocopia? I don't know that one. I actually don't know that one. But yeah. Here we go. I think I can shout you out finally. There you go. There you go. But yeah, like I've been in like I was sick for like 2 weeks, and then like all this stuff happened, and then I had like a night when work, I had to like stay super late for work and stuff like that, so I got no streaming and no arting done for like the past like 2 weeks. But you guys can kind of see, for all of those who are new here, you guys can kind of see on the left side some examples of my very old art. Because even my art advertising banner thing on the left side is completely out of date, like because I just don't have the files I was using. Well, maybe it's not so out of date. It looks like I have some of my ZCC stuff in there, so maybe it's not so. It's a new retro-looking point-and-click horror game. Very interesting. Oh shoot! I used to play a lot of horror games. I was like all about the you know what era of games that I wish would come back, the PS3 era of games, because there were so many freaking good horror games on the PS3. Like, I don't know if you guys were around for that stuff, but like, you know, they had like what was it called again? Haunting Ground. The it was that horror game with the girl and the dog, and like you had to utilize the dog to help you fend off like attackers and solve puzzles in like this creepy mansion. And they had a game called Rule of Rose, and that game was, I think that game is worth like a ton of money now at this point. Like there were so many like horror games, like very obscure horror games that came out in that era that are like like you can't access that anymore, right? Didn't you stream? Yeah, see you stream for a bit. Yeah, it was like I really tried. There was actually a while there where I was like really considering maybe I shouldn't stream anymore. No joke, like something would happen like every week or something like that. There was such a long time where I was actually kind of considering like maybe the streaming game isn't for me. Maybe I have to do something different. Like maybe I have to do pre-recorded content. maybe I was never meant to be a streamer. I want to try that in Rule of Rose. Oh yeah, Rule of Rose. Yeah. I think what else was there? Like, because in that around that time I had gotten my hands on all the Fatal Frame games. I also have the Xbox versions of those. I still have them too. 1 to 3 at the time, and then they had 1 and 2 on Xbox, right? So like that was like the big horror game like era for me. Like I just felt like some of the better horror games that are unfortunately like you can't get a hold of them anymore are from that time, that time period. Which I really feel like it's like, oh, that's such a shame, you know? But yeah, like what else was around that time? I know that on Steam and recently they did bring back one horror game. Like what was it? I'm looking at my list of Steam games, by the way. What game was it called? That they brought back recently. It was oh yeah, I have Silent Hill F. I should probably play that at some point. I know. I was just sitting there, and I got the remake for Fatal Frame 2 also on Steam. I have these games that I should really play, but you know, like I'm not a game streamer. I can't do it. I have to do art. Even though if I procrastinate like crazy on stream. Like what was that? What was that? That horror game with Scissorman. As if you guys ever saw the John Chan video, you would know with Scissorman. I haven't played any of the Silent Hills yet. Clock Tower, yes, Clock Tower, yeah. So they have that version of Clock Tower on Steam now, but they also had during the PS3 era Clock Tower 3. I actually got to play it because my friend had it at the time. I think he had since sold it. But I did get to play Clock Tower 3 at the very least. Oh, you don't do well with horror? You know what, Vagativis? Mooney doesn't do well with horror either. I know she's not. She can sit through like a horror movie if like I'm there with her, but I tend to try not to force her to, because it's like I know that it's not something that she would like and stuff like that. But yeah, horror is not for everyone. I just happened to grow up with a whole lot of it, and it like when I was a kid, when I was a little cappy, the horror movie genre was just that big that you couldn't escape from it, no matter where you were. So I just kind of ended up, you know, with a lot of horror stuff in my diet of stuff that I was exposed to, basically. But yeah, you know, like that and Godzilla. Like I think there was a couple of things like horror movies, Godzilla, and Transformers. It's three totally incompatible things that I grew up with. I have to eat food, so I alert. No problem. Thanks for dropping by, and super appreciate the follow for any of you who are in here who has not already followed Swirly Eye. You know, you probably should. You probably should. You know, just saying. You know. But yeah, I was just like. Yeah, I was just like in that era of like freaking, you know, constantly like being like shown different like sci-fi things or horror things. So I kind of grew up with that all that in my life, and I think even to now it's sort of like part of the reason why I still watch and am in the know with a lot of the Marvel stuff is because, like, you know, all that stuff was like, you know, jumbled up in one when I was growing up and stuff, and we had a lot of sci-fi and comic and fantasy stuff in those days that I still like a little bit too much. But I guess that's probably why I got into doing fan art like this. But yeah, like, I don't know, some of that stuff I still, you know, am very big into, right? Like, considering that I collect a lot of weird stuff, you know, I have a lot of, like, a huge collection of, like, really crazy things, like my Transformers and my anime figures and all the Godzilla stuff that I've been collecting as of late. And now in Japan they're releasing all the new stuff for the new movie, not Supernova, but you know, Minus Zero, because they're really into promoting that one, because the last one, Minus One, that they made was like, it was like so big for them that they won like an Oscar for special effects, I think it was, and stuff like that. So this is like the big movie for the for Japan right now. So, you know, like I'm really happy to see that Godzilla stuff is getting, like, you know, it's getting that notoriety that I think it was missing for a long time, because like I think there was a time when people just, really thought of those movies as being really campy and cheesy, and just with a lot of you know uh, like rubber suits and bad special effects, right? Godzilla and Digimon collab is nice. Oh, are they doing a Digimon collab? I didn't know that. That's actually kind of cool, especially if they pick the right Godzilla. Well, okay. Sometimes, the right Godzilla might mean the horror movie Godzilla from Shin Godzilla, but oh, you like Gogo? You like collecting stuff? What do you guys like collecting? Actually, because I always talk about the stuff that I collect, and you guys probably are sick and tired of hearing all the about the stuff that I've collected in recent time. Actually, while you guys are thinking about that, recently, me and Mooney, we walked into a Hot Topic. We were actually near a Hot Topic, and we decided to walk in because we just happened to be visiting a mall for a specific Good Smile collab that happened as of recent. And all the things that they had in there, they had a the Amazing Digital Circus popcorn bucket with Pomni's face on it and stuff like that. They just kind of had it sitting there. I didn't go to the movies to see the movie. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta pick up a certain fluffy. Oh, our fluffy boy is running away from me. But yeah, I had to. I didn't get to go to the movie theater to see the last episode for the Amazing Digital Circus, like when they were doing the movie version of the release. But I ended up wanting the popcorn bucket, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get it, and it was just kind of there. So oh, trading cards and football shirts. Oh, nice. Football T-shirts, like for your favorite team, or like just interesting footballs T-shirts. I have some basketball jerseys because I'm very much into the NBA, but basketball jerseys are expensive. So I only got the one that I really like at this point. Oh, soccer or any t-shirt that I like. Nice, No, you know what? I can understand people collecting t-shirts. I actually can. I have some when I buy t-shirts, like especially the t-shirts that I have for series that I like in particular, like my anime t-shirts and stuff like that. When I have those, sometimes I feel bad wearing them. So like Mooney has seen this before in my closet. Sometimes I have two t-shirts of the same t-shirt because I feel like if I ruin one t-shirt by wearing it too much, then I still have another one. I know it's weird. I know it's very weird, but that's how much of a collector mentality I have with certain things. So I totally get the t-shirt collecting stuff. But yeah, for soccer, for okay, I will call it real football. Football of the foot as opposed to football of the hand. No, but actually I have friends who are very into, like, they were very into the World Cup and stuff like that. I'm sure they had a really good time watching it. I don't really know which teams that they were going for though, because I think maybe one of them was very very much pro England at the time. so we'll see. It's not weird. You don't think it's weird to have multiple t-shirts? Is it weird to have multiple t-shirts, chat, of your favorite t-shirt, or do you agree with Nomis, guys? It's not weird at all. If you agree with Nomis, then you're by proxy agreeing with me too. Oh, your country won. Nice. Congrats, That's big. Like, I don't know if you guys know, like, the feeling of what it is to be a sports fan with a team that just won. Clearly, for those of you who have been on this stream for quite a long time, you guys know who my team is, the Capitan Mango Sentinels. We just won the NBA Finals, so I'm very happy. So like we are very like if you guys don't understand, it's okay. It's okay. But oh, hang on a second. I think my fluffy boy is calling for some treats right now. He's calling for some attention. I think I've ignored him a little bit too long on the stream. Hold on a second, guys. Why would it be weird? I don't know. Some people think it's weird that when you're very into certain sports, right? Tend to buy fake t-shirts because I'm not paying €100 for one. Oh yeah, yeah. Anime t-shirts are super expensive. But hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. Cat, he's having me chase him around. Okay, hold on. I think I know what he wants. Okay. Okay, he found it. I think he found it. All right. I have to give him some tasties in his bowl. I just hope for Argentina to. So I can't comment on it because I don't know what the what was going on with the World Cup and stuff like that. I know that like certain like even in the NBA we can't get away from a lot of the controversies and things like that, right? Like with sports corruption and stuff like that. So I can't really comment on what the heck happened there. But yeah, like I did notice that there was like a lot of strong feelings and stuff happening. Let's just say during that time. That's really all I can really say about it. But yeah. Was it because like I guess that was the Argentina got into some controversies? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the actual controversies are, but like you know I also heard that the third place game, like what the two teams didn't really want to play in it and stuff like that. Which is kind of like, I get that when the ultimate prize, like, sometimes when the ultimate prize is the only goal that the team is working towards and stuff like that, it can feel like the consolation prize isn't really worth going for, but you gotta give some respect to the third place, right? Like sometimes it's okay, like it's not a consolation trophy, you still earned it. But then I guess like what do I know? I don't sport. It ended 6-4. Oh wow, that is really crazy. I don't know too much about a football of the foot, but for a game to end that with the score being that high is just crazy. The final was meh. The third place was better. But isn't it that usually with football, like the scores are not the highest out there and stuff like that, because it's all about the skill and I guess the intensity of the players and stuff like that. So it's like high scoring games are only for those weird Western sports, like like the football that they play with the hands. It's about how many balls can go into the net. I mean, ultimately it is, right? High score is hard because normally both teams are kind of equal. Oh, my boy, my fluffy boy, he's yelling at me still. I guess his treats weren't enough. We'll get you something in a bit, okay? Yeah, so on this side, I'm adding a little bit of the rim light. I was trying to avoid doing it on this side a little bit, but I do need that. I do need it there for... Like, I was gonna do it with a different color, but unfortunately, you know, her ammo is not a different color. So I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. It won't look as interesting as if I did it with a different color though, but you know, like sometimes you just do what you need to do. Okay, what else? What else do we need here? Yeah, I think this one is probably gonna take me another another couple of streams to finish, which is fine, you know. That's kind of what happens with these days. I always take a while to finish, and I can't really be on as long as everybody is normally on Twitch and stuff like that. And it's just because I just don't have the time. Like, if I had like a 48-hour day, maybe I could. But at the same time, if I had a 48-hour day, they'd probably make me do 2 shifts at work instead of just the one that I do. So I feel like that would work against me, you know, like even no matter how much I would want to have more time to stream and stuff like that. That's okay though, like, you know, as long as I'm able to keep my stream schedule. I normally only schedule like to stream for 2 hours a day, okay, right? And that's between Tuesday and Thursday, right? So I'll do 2 hours between 6 and 8 Eastern time. This is Eastern time, United States, and stuff like that, right? So, like, you know, as long as I stick to my schedule, I get something done. But damn, man, these last 3 weeks, I just could not. It was like, it's just one thing after another. If I didn't get sick, it was like my job called. If it was, my job didn't, my laptop explodes. Like just like every day something different was happening, and it was just kind of like, damn, okay, this is the universe trying to tell me something, right? Like, but that's okay, you know. Like, I think we get through this artwork, and then we work on the Rappy one. And hopefully I'll even get the Honest one lined properly so that Mooney can start doing the line art for that. And once those are done, I can finally get back to working on Ingrid. And once the Ingrid artwork is done, then I'm gonna have to actually start thinking about what the new fan art is gonna be. I do kind of want to do an Atelier artwork. You know, for those of you who kind of know me, I really like the Atelier series. So I do kind of want to do an Atelier fan art right now. For Karia, actually. That's the new game. It hasn't come out yet, but you know, like I do like the Karia's design. So I kind of want to do one, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, I'm doing Dragon Girl. Oh, nice. Is that what you're drawing right now? Because I know some of you are arting at the same time, right? Yeah, so I'm adding this color to the rim of the glasses because for those of you who have wear glasses, you would know, right? Like, you know, the glass part is actually thick, right? So it actually, that thickness will actually catch light on the edges where there's no frame covering. So but yeah, one day maybe I'll once again be a true professional streamer again. Maybe one day. And then I'll actually shout out the right people and have working alerts and all that other stuff that, you know, a real professional streamer would have. Until then, we're gonna have to deal with the fact that none of my shit works for a while. Cause like no joke, I just don't remember how I set up all that stuff. Like I tried to, like I set up OBS again, and I tried to get it back to like my settings, like how I had it before, and then I realized like, oh shoot, like what did I use to get my alerts to work? What the hell was I using to get my chat to actually show up? Like I just couldn't remember. Like I just kind of got rid of everything on that reinstall, and then realized like, oh shoot, I did not actually bring the files to import all my settings again and stuff like that. So yeah, I screwed up big time. I actually screwed up like big time. I don't remember what my settings are and stuff like that. So yeah, like here we are. It's okay. It's okay. You guys don't mind that none of my shit works, right? Hey, at least you know what? At the very least, my droning looping background music is always there. Oh, you don't mind? Oh, thanks for the follow, Go. You see, like I don't catch any of the stuff until I read it a while later. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you followed because I couldn't hear the damn thing go off. I gotta read my log like afterwards, and sometimes the log is covered by it's like I only got 2 monitors right now, so like sometimes the log is covered by my reference sheet, so I can't see everything. It's like, what the hell? No, it's okay. It's okay, guys. I know you. I know you guys. I know you guys. You guys are like, Bard. It's fine. That's exactly what you guys are saying right now, right? Time to time to ask Mooney for help later. Yeah, Mooney's quite busy with work stuff right now. So like yeah, I do need to ask her though. Okay, these star things actually kind of glow a little bit, so I need to but yeah, I need to really fix my stuff, and then once I fix my stuff, just like get back to my actual stream schedule and stick to it, and hope that things go okay. Because I think what it is for me is that like I am a little worried that I keep missing streams and stuff like that. So for the last like what 3 weeks or something like that, I must have missed like um 95% of the streams that was supposed to be scheduled for and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of like damn. So I really need to stick to my schedule. So I'm hoping that like in the next few weeks nothing will go wrong with anything where I've got to take like a break or something like that. That's asking a whole lot for me, because it seems like every time I want that to happen, I'm getting sick or something like that, and then like, but I'm really hoping for nothing to go wrong, because like in about 3 weeks or so, I believe I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I believe we're gonna participate in a like as a vendor with an art. Well, it's like an artist alley, I guess, right? But it's more like one of those Ita car cosplay events and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be one of the artists there with a table with Mooney and stuff like that. So it's like a local event and stuff like that. We're not expecting too much from it, but we like to participate in as many art tabling events as we can possibly get into. It's one of those things where, because when you go and become an artist alley artist, right, you're almost having to compete with so many other artists, right, that basically you have to have like a portfolio that shows off your tabling experience and stuff like that. So you want to try to participate in some tables, like as much as you can, even if you're not expecting a return from it. It sounds fun. Yeah, like like it's there's gonna be a lot of different customized anime girl cars or anime guy cars, depending on what the owners are into and stuff like that. And there's gonna be like a lot of cosplayers coming and stuff like that, and lots of photos. And then there's gonna be vendors with different different stores and different artists there and stuff like that. So like it all sounds fun, and it's local to us, which is different from the other event that I mentioned earlier, which I can't actually go to anymore, because that event, while I said that we're not expecting anything from this Itakar event, right? The other event, the Artist Alley for Anki, the only reason that I'm not going anymore for that one is that the unfortunate part of that is we got to pay for travel. We got to pay for both of us. We got to pay for a hotel for like at least like 5 days or something like that, 4 or 5 days. And then we've got to pay to have all of our like inventory like brought over too. And while we're not shipping boxes and boxes like some other artists are, we do have to check in multiple suitcases, right? Like like if we were to be flying to this thing or whatever, right? So all those costs will add up. And if we can't if if the costs outweigh the benefit of actually having fun at the event, I think then like we have to kind of call it off. So unfortunately for Anki, we have to call that one off. But it's okay. Sometimes you get some good ones, and sometimes like the unfortunate part is like there's some that you can't go to all of them. So we'll try to go to a couple of them as we get in to them, but we can't guarantee that we'll even get into some artist alleys because it's really competitive. Still work and money, yeah. Like it's like and like I've noticed that Bounty Hunterville actually has a lot of local events like that, and we were supposed to go to one or two of them before too. One of them fell through because we didn't have the actual paperwork done like in time, because that's one thing that a lot of artists who go to artist alleys and does artist alley stuff, when you're kind of new to the scene and you don't know, like, one of the things that you might have to know for those of you who are going to do artist alley tables and stuff like that is you need to make sure that you have the ability to actually vend, and that sometimes requires you to either sign up for the taxing organization that you're going to be in the place that you're going to be vending at, or getting a license, right? And unfortunately for that one, we were told very late that there was going to be a license requirement. They said that they don't really expect that anybody was going to check, but we were like, well, we don't want to be there and then somebody actually does check the one time you guys say that they're not going to check, and then we're kind of screwed, right? So it's like, like, you got to make sure that all your paperwork is in and it makes sense, and like, you protect yourself in those situations, right? So there's a lot of things that you have to do when you go into doing artist alleys, and yeah, sometimes again, like, the money and the effort you have to put in, if it's not a local event, it changes the calculus of whether or not you go. Now, if you happen to be local to the event, great. Like, for us, we will just go to local events because we know that we can just kind of like make our way there easily, and the costs are very low for local events. But for stuff we have to actually travel for, we have to really think about that. And luckily for both Bounty Hunterville and Cappytown, we actually do have quite a selection of events that we can apply to. Now, the problem though with Cappytown is that the events that you apply to are incredibly like people are very aggressively competitive with those events, because Cappytown is a whole lot like other places with large anime conventions, like the bigger ones around North America and stuff like that, right? So the competition to get into any artist alley in Cappytown is ridiculous. The amount of emails that I've gotten telling me that I'm waitlisted for it's like kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy every single time I apply to something in Cappytown. So like that, that tells me a lot about, like, I need to get a better portfolio. I need to get a better a longer history of getting into certain events. So that's why I'm starting to try to go to more of the smaller events as much as I can to build up that resume, as it were. And then like, we'll see what happens. And then sometimes you have a fluffy dog barking at you. Hold on, let me go and see what he wants. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. What do you want? What do you want? What's going on? Wow. Okay. Oh, just eat everything. Okay, time for dinner. Be right back. No problem, no problem. Yeah, a lot of times, like, like the intricacies of being an artist alley artist, like you can write like books about all the stuff that you have to go through. And like there's like a huge like thing with artists alley artists, like finding suppliers and stuff like that. Like I have my preferred printers and things like that, and we're still trying to find like a good source for doing, like, for example, acrylic pins and things like that, because I haven't gone into that realm of having acrylic goods being made yet, quite yet. But I'm thinking about doing it with some certain designs that we already have and stuff like that. So we gotta look for like a really good company to help us do that. So we gotta do a lot of research. I got some tips from some family members who actually do this stuff, right? And they were telling me about who they use and stuff like that. So I'm gonna probably explore that a little bit and stuff like that. It's just kind of like you can write novels, or not novels, but rather whole textbooks about doing artist alley tables and like how to get started, how the heck do you get set up, where to go to actually do the applications and stuff like that, where to get your supplies from, what kind of things that you should be selling and stuff like that. Like right now most of my inventory is mostly printed stuff, like posters and postcards and things like that, right? Actually, surprisingly, one of my biggest sellers is in fact postcards. I did not expect that. I actually completely did not expect that a postcards was going to be the big thing. I always thought it was the prints, but it kind of makes sense when you go into an anime convention or any kind of convention, and you go to the artist alley, right? Like you would like to buy the posters, right? But how many people go to have like protective tubes and stuff to carry around those posters all day and stuff like that? So there's like a hesitancy from people to buy big posters that I actually understand now when you really think about it. So it's like you gotta consider things that you wouldn't normally think of. Like I really did not expect that making postcards was gonna be a big thing for me. But actually it's like one of the bigger things that I do a lot of now. And speaking of anime conventions, I believe at the end of the week, me and Mooney may actually be going to an anime convention, but we're still trying to figure out if we want to go. But I think we might. I'm illegally hydrating. Sorry, I had to hydrate a little bit. But yeah, I think we might actually be attending an anime convention. But we'll see. We'll see if we want to go. We might only go for like a day, but it might be our first one in a very long time where we're going just for fun. And it's not oh, thanks for the hydrate redeem. I saw that. Redeem come in. Now I'm not illegal anymore. But yeah, it's the first time in a very long time that we will have attended an anime convention just for fun, I think. We didn't really go to all that many because I think for us, we don't really attend all that many anime conventions anymore. Because like when we go to anime conventions, we don't normally go unless there's an event that we want to go to happening. Like we went to 2 anime conventions last year because of the 2 Hololive concerts that were happening at said conventions. So we went to those. But when there's not something that we really want to do as an event at the convention, we just kind of walk around and we do a little bit of shopping, and that's about it, right? So that's why our attendance at conventions has not really been that big. But who knows? Maybe if we go, I'll record some footage or something. I don't know. We always record footage, but we never put it up. We have so much footage of our trip to Japan a couple of years ago, and we never put it up. It's like we have it there, but we're just too lazy to actually edit it into anything, and like add commentary or something like that to it. And there's just like, I don't know, like we just need, again, we need like 48-hour days or something in order to get anything done. Well, I think I'm going to bed. No problem. Thanks for dropping by, Gogo, and super appreciate the follow. And hopefully you have a good night, Been nice talking to you. Yeah, like, I'm glad to see some new faces in here, and, like, always happy to chat with you guys, even if it's about silly things and stuff like that. So it's all good. It's all good. We do a lot of fan art in here, but we also do a lot of yapping. But yeah, we're actually almost up on time, actually. I have a couple of things that I need to get to tonight as for the rest of the evening, so that's okay. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping by. Super appreciate it. Yeah, so like I think let's see. Let's check out who happens to be on right now. It's been a minute since I've done this. Since Swirly Eye came and raided me, I feel like maybe we pay it forward and raid somebody else, right? Like, but who is there? Who is there? Let's see. I see someone playing worlds that are perhaps on the outer edge. I see some people doing the arts. I see what else? What else is going on here? Oh, I see someone doing Marvel Rivals. If you guys want to check out Marvel Rivals, there's drops enabled. Actually, you know what? It's been a minute. We haven't rated them in a while, so let's go ahead. Since you guys we have a mix of people who were gaming previously and arting, I think it's okay to rival it up a little bit. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and pay a visit to friend Eagle, Lightning Eagle of the Eagle Brigade. They're playing Marvel Rivals right now. Probably grinding them levels, so we'll see. Anyway, for those of you on YouTube, I guess that's at the end of the stream. For everyone else, for everyone, I shouldn't say everyone else, but for everyone, I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, we're gonna continue doing this piece with Neon, and yeah, hope to see you guys there. All right, here we go. Gonna hit raid right now. All right, see you guys.